thanks for joining us today after a tough loss to Fremantle at home in round 9 of the competition. Fremantle, obviously, one of the main stat differences between the two sides was their run and spread. They really got a lot of uncontested possession. How do you go about combating something like that when you see it happening from the coach's box?
Well, it's really interesting, Andrew. Obviously, team defence is super important for us as a side, and certainly across the competition. It's definitely elevated itself this season. Obviously, it's something we're working on. So, offensively, spreading the ball, defensively, spread to find a man. Really, is what we're working on. Obviously, that was poor in the first half. Certainly improved in the second half, and obviously by the scoreboard, I think we won that second half by a point. So it was certainly impressive.
Fremantle have got a lot of very tall on-ballers, the likes of Pavlich and Mundy. They're all 6'3" plus. How do we go about matching up with them, considering that our sort of key on-ballers, your Thomases, your Hartlets, your Boaks, they're more your sort of standard 6-footers?
Yeah, very good point. Obviously, Matty Thomas is probably one of our biggest on-ballers, and he started on Pavlich in the first half, and Fremantle were able to drag him away from the stoppage early, which was definitely employed by them. Obviously, with Boak, Robbie Gray, Hartlett, they're all young, so they're still improving their body shape. They're going to be big-bodied on-ballers, but we've got to be realistic and realise that's still probably 12 to 18 months away. Although they've been in the system 3 or 4 years, it takes time to develop, and they're probably still 12 months away from becoming that midfield prototype.
We saw a very young midfield in the second half. The likes of Moore, Jacobs, Boak, as you mentioned, Gray and Hartlett all really formed the core midfield in the second half. Was that a deliberate step that the coaching panel took after half-time, given the score discrepancy?
Look, we're always trying to develop these players. They're all midfielders. Obviously, Pittard was on the wing. Benny Jacobs went on ball and was very good. I think he finished with 21 touches, and he got some important clearances for us. And Moore's obviously one of those type midfielders. You know, he's a 6'2" size. He's certainly the future on ball, and obviously to push him forward, he was very good there. Hamish also played back for a period in the second half, and he gives us a bit of run and spread through there as well. So,
in the second half, it seemed like Chaplin was more forward than he was back. Was that a deliberate step, or did he have a specific matchup that he was following around the ground?
Well, obviously he was down back for the first half, and he moved on to Pavlich after half-time, and Pavlich, was certainly employed to try and get forward on him a little bit at times, and look, to his credit, he was very good after half-time on Pavlich. His clearances were down, his possession rate was down. I think he finished with 24, but he had something like 18 in the first half or first 2.5 quarters. So that certainly worked for us. His ability to push forward and get a couple of shots on goal was very good.
Ryan, thanks for your time.
Not a problem. Thanks, boys.